So tell me about the university. So this is really, really these are kind of stuff that we
It's confirmed that Richie and Chris had never interacted outside of the school, making the school itself a crucial piece of that.
We've reached the point in the season where teams often face elimination games, and that, well, could be the case in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Sanders. There he goes. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. If they seed in the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it. It's a first down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down. And his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And the Trojans have it with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Lemon. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning it on. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
The Trojans look to keep this drive humming. They'll run the toss. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gain.
On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive, and he came. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Scott. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. It's a seam wide open. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab, it's Pringle. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. A run for the quarterback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. To the air, it's Chadwick. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball on the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air, it's Mayava. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in, it's Sanders. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. quick shuffle pass. They'll go with the quick touch pass. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll test the right side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pringle. Lots of running room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Now, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't overlay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner
intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the Hurricanes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Defense wants to bring the heat. He'll take it himself. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Direct snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The run from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds a man in the middle. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The Trojans need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He lets it fly. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Trying to take it back. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes with the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
The short hands, it's Lemon. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat. He's going to fire deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Trying to get rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Canes want to move quickly. They'll run play action. Caught behind the line. It's Pringle. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Lofton. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's a gutsy call.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here's the handoff. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
It'll be 3rd and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Let's go. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Trying to power it in. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Hands it off. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease to the left. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a gap. It's Sanders. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense picks it up. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of his fundamentals.
In the red area, it's Pringle. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Snap it to the back. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's MİAMİ. Spits it out to the back. Caught, close to the marker, it's Sanders. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Trojans are on the move. They'll go with a direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Using his feet to buy time. Got a little space. Wide open spaces. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got him first and goal.
Fourth quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
And this is almost certainly four-down territory, down 6 and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fakes the grab on the left. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quarterback adapted. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Oh, a lot of space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. And now the ball is free in the end zone. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard-hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown cage. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. And that last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mayava. He's going up top here late in the game. Brings it in down the left side. Off to the races. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down. Extending the play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
To the air, it's Chadwick. Looking for space to the left. He'll pull it down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down, and you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure with this.
Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance to... Everywhere, it's a turnover.
Man, you talk about all the excitement and emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over. Now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get